In my previous video, I explained why I chose to pursue accountancy. If you haven't seen it, check the link right here. Ngayon naman, isi-share ko yung naging journey ko towards becoming a CPA. Hello mga kabibi! Welcome to this channel! I'm Rhea, one half of the Lisadas. And why mga kabibi? Kasi yun yung tawagan namin ni Jarel, who is my other half. If you are new here, FYI, I recently started a series called A Day in the Life of an Accountant in Makati. And for today, as I've mentioned, I'm ready to share with you my CPA journey. It's not as exciting compared to others kasi it's as simply as getting to school, graduating with BSA degree, enrolling into a review school, studying, taking the exam, and passing. I took the BSA in UST and graduated in May 2011. So yes, if you're taga-UST, 2011, so I'm part of the quadricentennial batch. Back then, there were 4 years of schooling. So dati 4 years pa yung BSA, pero parang while I was in school, in-adjust na yun to 5 years. So medyo swerte na nakatapos in 4 years. And then meron lang kaming 2 mandatory summer classes in 3rd and 4th year. And it's called IAC or IAC, Integrated Accounting Course. So those courses, they prepared us for the review, for the CPA board exam. And it's very helpful. I think it's only 6 subjects. Tapos doon condensed na yung mga lessons. And similar na siya talaga sa review. Back in UST, dun sa batch ko na from 2007, nag-start kami with 22 sections in the BSA program. From memory, I think 9 sections na lang yung nakatapos ng 4th year as BSA kasi nagkaroon ng qualifying exam no 2nd year, so after our 2nd year in school. In 2011, my friends and I chose to enroll sa RESA. So RESA is the Review School of Accountancy. Una, dahil nandun yung mga paborito naming professors. So being in UST, it was really a privilege to have access to these professors. These professors, kasi sila din yung reviewers ng mga CPA review schools. So you'll experience being trained for the CPA board exam as you attend their classes. So syempre, they're following the usual textbook. But whenever they're tackling exercises, para ka na nagpa-practice for the board exam. During those classes, you'll get nuggets of information na kung pagsasama-samahin mo, really, makakatulong siya. Ano yan? So, syempre, mag-shoutout tayo. My personal favorites na sila talaga yung naalala ko when I was planning this content. Unang-una, Sir Antonio Dayag. So, Sir Dayag, naging professor ko siya on cost accounting in UST. I think kami yung last batch na hinawakan niya sa UST sa undergrad. Then I'm not sure if he moved to another school or focus on being a reviewer sa RESA. Pero yung una si Sir Antonio Dayag. Next is si Sir James. George James for auditing theory. Alam ko nag-aud props din siya pero naging prof namin siya on auditing theory in college. And of course, for auditing problems, Ma'am Shirley Ireneo. Ayun. So silang tatlo ang top 3. May iba pa tayong favorite na professors pero wala sila sa RESA. So, ilan pa sa kanila na naalala ko up to today, Sir Chris Herman, na nasa CIPAR, si Sir Bobadilla for MAS. So, ayan, yung mga pangalan na nakikita nyo sa libro. So, nakakatuwa na may access kami sa kanila nung undergrad. Hindi ko sure kung san-san silang school, review school, nagturo, pero they're all reviewers. Andyan din, of course, tax. Sir Al Mahmoud. Sir Al Sarif Mahmoud. Sobrang nag-stick sa akin yung lecture niya for tax. Not sure kung alam ko pa rin na yon, pero yung lecture ko sa kanya, yung pinagkapitan ko for taxation. As in, malaking bagay yung concepts na naturo niya sa school back then. But again, going back, so we chose RESA. During the enrollment period, so it's good na available pa yung front seats dun sa isang room for a morning session. So syempre, yun na agad yung kinuha naming magtotropa. It is patterned rin kasi sa schedule namin during undergrad. In UST, we're in a block section and morning yung schedule namin, usually 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So we aligned that with the review schedule. So every morning, so that's a weekday session. Mornings, nasa RESA kami, so attending review classes. And then at the afternoon, diretso sa UST library. So doon na lang kami nag-aaral. May library rin sa RESA before so mayu-utilize rin siya. Nakakaba yung mga pre-board, pero ang sarap ng feeling after makita mo na pasado ka. So I still have my first pre-board results. So inanap ko pa siya kagabi. Pero hindi ko na makita yung second, unfortunately. With the first pre-board, nakita ko na ang highest ko ay tax. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, kung paano. Hindi ko na maalala, pero highest ko ang tax at 94.38%. So, diba? Pag nakita mo talaga yung score mo sa pre-board, parang kakampante ka na. Kasi magkakaroon ka ng experience with all the different subjects, yung format ng exam, yung shading, and everything. Ang nakuha kong average for the first pre-board ay 86%. So from there, siguro, kumampante na ako. Siyempre, nandun pa rin naman yung kaba. Siguro, din-downplay ko na lang ngayon kasi it's been so many years. Pero yun nga, ang highest ko ay tax at 94 point something. Ang MS ko din, 94. So, shout out kay Sir Bobadilla. Hindi siya yung hindi siya yung reviewer ko sa RESA. Pero iba talaga pagka strong yung foundation mo from undergrad pa lang. Okay. And, syempre, so yun yung highest, 94. Pero ang lowest ko ay 72. 72.73, that's P1. And yun lang yung line of 7 ko dun sa first pre-board. So that's practical accounting 1. I'll create a separate video for my review strategy back in the day or review tips in case na maging helpful yun sa inyo in case you're planning to take the board exam. Once it's ready, I'll have it linked over here. And habang wala pa, pa-subscribe naman. Subscribe ka muna and click the notification bell para once it's up, you'll be notified as well. At the time, nakatira ako sa Las Piñas. And then RESA is located in Moraita. So malapit siya sa FEU. So every day akong bumabiyahe from Las Piñas to Moraita for the review session. And then yung PRC, malapit lang yun sa RESA. So for the exam application, nagsubmit ako ng documents doon sa Moraita. Meron akong pinagsisisihan doon sa process na yun. Nothing major, pero diba, ilang taon na akong CPA, pero nasa isip ko pa rin ngayon. Part kasi ng requirement, mag-submit ng photo. So back then, tinipid ko yung sarili ko. Ang ginawa ko is, nagpicture lang ako sa cellphone, pinaprint ko sa print shop, tapos ako yung naggupit. Okay. So okay lang naman, mukha naman siyang picture. Sabi ko, hindi ko naman alam saan nila gagamitin. So, submit ko na lang as is, at least nakatipid ako. Well, it turns out, nung pumasa ako sa board exam, may ibibigay kasi silang certificate. I'm not sure if it's from BOA or sa PICPA. Oh, so certificate from PRC and probably from BOA, Board of Accountancy. Tapos nakalagay doon yung certification na isa ka ng CPA. Tapos ipiprint pala yung picture doon sa upper right corner. Sabi ko, ano ba yan? Sana pala nagpa-studio photo na lang ako. Pero yun. Anyway, moving on. Hindi ko naman pinaskill yung certificate sa bahay namin. Hindi naman siya naka-frame. So, wala naman talagang harm done. Pero nakakatawa lang tingnan yung itsura ko dun sa picture. After application sa board exam, maglalabas sila ng room assignment. School assignment and then room assignment. By the way, the board exam was in October 2011. So, in UST, May kasi yung graduation namin before. And then, following October, board exam na. With the school assignment, I was allocated to St. Scholastica in Taft. So, malapit to sa De La Salle. The exam was scheduled for 2 weekends back then. So, ngayon kasi, di ba, 3 days na siya na sunod-sunod. So, 2 full weekends, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. Yung Sunday actually is 1.5 day lang kasi 7 subjects kami nung araw. I remember taking the bus on each of those days from Las Piñas to Taft para sa board exam sa St. Muntik pa ata ako maligaw nung first day. Tapos wala akong dalang ballpen. Alam, pinagandaan ko yung lapis, pero wala akong ballpoint pen. Naka-sign pen kasi ako nung college kasi gusto ko yung consistent yung kulay ng ink, unlike ballpoint. So, buti na lang may mini stop na malapit. Bumili ako and nagamit ko siya. Kasi kailangan mo ng ballpen for board exam to write your name. Pero yung exam proper is pencil. Anyway, papunta sa Saints ko, I would take the bus. But pauwi, since hindi naman ako nagmamadali, dumadaan ako sa Baclaran Church. So with Taft, since accessible yung LRT 1 doon, sakay ako ng LRT, punta ako ng Baclaran. Titirik ako ng kandila. So yun yung pinakadasal ko during the board exams. So all of those 4 days, after ko mag-take ng exam, dadaan ako ng Baclaran. Hindi ako religious na tao. Pero nung nalaman ko na sa Saints ko ako mag-exam, naisip ko na dumaan doon. The day after the last subject, as in yung Monday after the final exam, nilabas na yung result. I passed the exam. Ang gaan sa feeling. At that point, hindi na importante kung ano yung highest mo, ano yung lowest, ano yung score. Ang importante, lumabas online yung pangalan mo. Hindi importante, pero sinilip ko kagabi yung results. Hindi ko na mahanap yung actual letter showing the results, but pwede pala siyang balikan online. So what I did is to go to the PRC website. There's a verification of results link. So long as alam mo pa yung application number mo nung kailan ka nag-take ng board exam, pwede mo pa siyang ma-retrieve. So it's showing that my highest is still business law and taxation. So una, thanks kay Sir Macmod, sabi ko nga kanina, and also Sir Ngo nga pala. So siya yung law professor ko din sa UST. Malaking bagay yung foundation na pareho sila, they have different styles in teaching, but yung recall nandoon, and it's fun and engaging. Ayan. So, highest ko ang business law and tax. And surprisingly, nag-tie sila ng P1. So, yung lowest ko ng first pre-board ended up as my highest, one of my highest during the actual board exam. So, yung pre-board talaga is gabay lamang. Hindi siya indicator ng magiging results mo sa finale. So with that, hindi ko na sabihin yung lowest, pero may line of 7 pa rin ako. And the average naman is nasa line of 8 pa din. So yun. That's it. And I'm just really glad na hindi ko kailangang ulitin yung buong process, na magre-review ulit, magte-take ulit ng exam. Siguro yun na din yung naging motivation ko, na dapat isang try lang. Dapat wag na maulit kasi para magtrabaho ka na. Tama na yung school. Kumbaga, tinreat ko yung review as really extension of the schooling. Na dapat after nung college, review, exam, work. So, ganun yung trajectory. Yun na yung naset ko sa mind ko before. And pasado rin kami lahat sa tropa. So, that's really great. Kasi syempre, marirealize mo after na parang ang bigat sa feeling mag-celebrate pag alam mo na yung closest circle mo ay may hindi pumasa. Diba? So sa ating lahat, mga tropa, congratulations muli! Magkikita-kita kami next week nga pala. So hindi lahat makakapunta, but we still keep in touch. So see you guys, excited na ako. Baka mauna pa kami magkita kaysa ma-post ko tong video na ito. The next day after malabas yung result, I immediately went to 7-Eleven. Hindi para bumili ng Slurpee, but para maghanap ng dyaryo. Pinlano ko talaga na bumili ng dyaryo once the CPA result is out. Kasi you'll never know kailan yung next time na malalathala yung pangalan mo sa dyaryo. So I still have that newspaper with me. Nasa isa siyang bag along with all of my review materials from Resa. Hindi ko naman nagagamit, nakatago lang, dagdag sa kalat sa bahay. Pero I'll hold on to that hanggang whenever. Till forever, gano'n. After that, pinost ko na rin lahat ng review ko for sale online. Sulit.com, na carousel na ngayon, Pinoy Exchange na forum. So active ako before sa page na yon with other CPAs na channel. Or ano tawag doon? Forum thread, gano'n. Pinost ko lahat doon. And pati na ata sa Friendster. Parang Friendster pa nun, hindi pa Facebook. Hindi ko na sure. Pero lahat binenta ko na. Kasi nga, alam ko din na every year nagkakaroon ng panibagong version. So kung tatagalan ko pa yung pag-hold on dun sa mga libro na yun, hindi ko na siya mabibenta the following year. So ayun, binenta ko yung mga libro na pwede ko maibenta. So I used the funds to apply for jobs. Ginamit ko siya pamasahe papunta sa Makati, sa mga interview, pampapicture, pangdikit sa resume, and siguro pati sa office wear, or baka yun binili pa ni Mother Dear. Anyway, but from then, I'm proud and I'm fulfilled. I have not asked for money from my parents since that day. Ibang fulfillment yun for me, na mula nang pumasa ako sa CPA board exam, inako ko na talaga na kaya ko na from here. Siguro naman makakahanap ako ng trabaho ngayon na CPA na. So yun yung naging motivation. After nung release ng result, magre-release din sila ng schedule about the registration. So, kailangan mong bumalik sa PRC and pumirma sa libro. Yun yung roster of professionals kung tawagin. Doon mo makikita yung CPA number mo. Kasi given na siya alphabetically. So kung mas naunang naging CPA yung tropa mo, kasi letter A yung apelido niya, huwag ka mag-alala, sabay pa rin kayo ng batch ng pagkakapasa sa board. In case you are taking the Sipali or LECPA this year, good luck! Claim it, manifest, sulitin ng pagod. Isang pagod na lang to towards getting that 3 letters after your name. My next video will be tips in reviewing for the board exam based on my experience. So hopefully nakasubscribe ka na para ma-notify ka once that video is in. Again, this has been Rhea, one half of the Lizados. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next one. Bye mga kabibi!